Social cohesion fosters a healthy, well-functioning society, which is an important aspect for sustainable development. It therefore becomes incumbent on governments to ensure that the right policies and programs are in place to achieve this goal. On this episode of Government in Action, we take another look at the Ministry of Social Cohesion and its countrywide efforts to ensure that social cohesion is enshrined in every aspect of society. The task allotted to the Social Cohesion Ministry is a great one, to ensure that individual and community relationships are nurtured to have a unified Guyana. Unifying Guyana, of course, goes beyond differences of race and ethnicity and includes every aspect of our social lives, religion, age, geographic location, and all other similar factors that divide us. Social cohesion therefore means bridging those gaps to promote the development of a country, where all diversities are embraced, conflicts are resolved, where equity is promoted, and all decision-making processes lead to equal opportunities and benefits for all of Guyana. In the past few months, the main focus of the ministry has been the compilation of a 2017-2021 strategic plan on social cohesion in Guyana, which will be completed by the end of 2016. One of the core aims of the strategic plan is to have the input of the people so as to adequately address specific issues affecting social cohesion across the country. Minister of Social Cohesion, Ms. Amna Ali, said that this past June, the ministry began a countrywide initiative to host 32 consultations throughout the 10 administrative regions, to meet with key stakeholders from across communities to address issues hindering social cohesion among various groups.
The aim is for a unified country where all our diversities are embraced, whether they are based on age, gender, culture, race, geographic location, whatever differences exist in our population. We want to see ourselves, embrace them, and work towards the development of our country.
The minister said that the consultations have included a wide cross-section of stakeholders from non-governmental organizations, special groups, political groups, regional democratic organizations, and other groups, and have been well attended. The minister said that the work of the ministry has been tremendously supported by the United Nations Development Programme, UNDP, which has allowed the ministry to reach a large number of persons through financing and other support. She said that the government's mandate is that everyone must enjoy the same benefits without division. As such, beyond its current initiatives, other activities of the ministry will be geared toward achieving this goal.
Very soon, you will be hearing about our booklet on civics for children in primary schools. Our project activities would be broadened to include not only the women in Region 9, but we would be looking at other regions for small livelihood projects, as those have tremendous potential to foster cohesion. Sports and games, inter-community regional exchanges among young people are all part of our planned interventions. Of course, with the strategic plan, our interventions would be very targeted.
Project Coordinator of the Ministry of Social Cohesion, Ms. Sharon Patterson, has said that so far 22 consultations have been hosted, and the ministry has reported that the response from the stakeholders has been overwhelming. Ms. Patterson said that the positive response thus far has stemmed from the realization that the consultations allow them to play a role in the decision-making process.
It's giving stakeholders an opportunity to speak to us about those key issues and how they believe that it could be redressed in addressing the issue or in responding to the issue of social cohesion, what they see as bringing Guyana together, as unifying us as a nation.
She said that the consultations to date have also provided insight into immediate steps that must be taken to help the process along.
One area has to do with training at the level of the communities as well, training in diversity education and inclusivity. So those training programs are starting very shortly as well at the level of the community, where we believe it is important for persons to understand, to have an understanding of what is social cohesion, for us to deal with our own biases, what we bring to the process in terms of our own prejudices and so on. What are the things that are inhibiting cohesion, and as a result there is incohesion in our society.
Resident representative of the UNDP to Guyana, Ms. Mikiko Tanaka, said that the organization is pleased to support the ministry's work, as social cohesion serves as a core foundation for peace and development.
In the context of Guyana, I'm very happy to hear that this is a very important issue and also objective for the country. This motto that Guyana has of one nation, one peoples, one destiny, I think very much captures that aspiration that Guyana has. So UNDP has been accompanying the process of developing a national strategy for social cohesion under this current administration, and led by the Ministry of Social Cohesion.
Ms. Tanaka said that most importantly, it is the voice of the local people that make up the issues and challenges of social cohesion and what they would like to do to achieve this goal. From these consultations, she expressed the hope that there is a better sense of the strategic complementary actions that are needed to bring society together. Lead consultant for the Social Cohesion National Strategic Plan, Dr. Thomas Gittins, who facilitates the consultations, said that this initiative has highlighted proposals and responses that reflect the particular issues that are affecting the communities.
I would say we had a tremendous level of participation and input at all the consultations so far. Some of them have not been as fulsome as you would have liked, but by and large they've all been very, very participatory, very good content. People have been speaking their minds, and and in a sense, perhaps we have tried to, because we try to make this as depoliticized a process as possible. We find that people have not been afraid to speak, and have not, in a sense, been holding back. We're getting some very good content, some very good proposals coming out of various groups, etc.
Residents at the consultations conduct group discussions to come up with recommendations among 5 thematic focus areas identified by the ministry. These are economic equity and opportunities, citizen safety and security, social inclusion and tolerance, inclusive and participatory governance, and harmonious ethnic and racial relations. Each group focuses on one of the areas, and coming out of these discussions, the residents give insight on issues that hinder social cohesion within their communities. At the consultation hosted in Kurukururu, residents expressed expectations to have such events hosted even beyond the year end, as they feel that apart from the strategic plan, being heard allows them to feel more involved.
Right now we're trying to see that people are really hearing and voicing our concerns in these areas. We're very glad for this today because it brings out what you have in you. People have various opinions, and on the highway, most of the residents think they're left out or they're forgotten. And with the government intervention now, I see this program as going forward. We have a vision for the next 4 years or whatever, or the next 10 years. And with the government intervention now, we see that this would be possible.
I think it's a good thing. For me, I really think it's a good thing because we can interact with different people. Because sometimes we're only at home, we interact with our family alone. We're here today, we learn different things that is happening to people from different community. So I really think they should continue on this path, not only this time, but they should continue doing it.
We are all one, we're all God's children, right? And then Guyana is a very diverse place, and we cannot afford to be living in segregation. We have to be together and live in love. That's my feeling.
All right, and finally, what do you think about this initiative where the government is coming out to find out what the residents think and to put that to a strategic plan?
Yes, I think that's very good. We need that. You see, when things like this take place and happen, we don't feel left out. We feel, that the government is really interested in our well-being, and they're really playing a part in our day-to-day life. So yes, it's very good.
In Cohesion, residents expressed their view as to what will contribute to social cohesion in their region.
The whole idea of having this program is very important. It's very inclusive. I've seen a wide cross-section of people, and I would want to have this kind of sessions not only in this community, but I would like to see it in so many other communities, so that people could have the message that whatever the government has in plan, it is being spread to the different communities, and more so organization that could spread the word to let people know that this government, the social cohesion package, or the ministry that's is earmarked to bring people together to move forward, might benefit from programs like these.
I feel if all of us would work together, then we would be at a better place in security, in wellness of mind, in socializing, whether we are Christian, Hindus, Muslim, whether we have no faith at all. We should all work together. You get more from people when you have cooperation, because indeed we are in a cooperative Republic of Guyana. And if all of us should cooperate, putting away race and ethnicity, whatever religious background and so on, social background, we can get more from people.
Social cohesion will do a lot for Guyana if all the political parties should come together and work in unity for the betterment of all the citizens of Guyana. Because as we know now, as we learned now, that the political parties, that is what have been putting us apart from one another, or from being, because I'm from another party and you're from another party, whatever. We should work together as one people for the betterment of doing the good, or doing the best for the betterment of all the people of Guyana.
With the consultations ongoing, the ministry also launched its Diversity, Education and Inclusion Workshop in October as one of the strategies that will concurrently work to develop social cohesion within communities. The initiative involves the training of a core team of trainers who will work in the 10 administrative regions to train over 700 citizens to become social cohesion advocates within their communities.
The more people, at the national level, at the regional level, at the local level, have that propensity, mindset, and the skill set to be able to engage, peacefully, respectfully with other parts of the community, to solve problems, the stronger the society is. And I think the part about training is that, the issues become, there are always issues in communities. I mean, I think it's been the case, in the history of mankind. But the complexities of the issues related to development, or economic development, security, the social issues, climate change, there are always new things that come in, and again, for the society or community to cope with new problems would require, I think, a refresher in terms of how do you deal, how do you resolve conflicts, how do you work together to improve the community or get development done.
In addition to building capacity, the training will also allow community members to have an interface with the ministry and stay abreast with the progress of the ministry's social cohesion mandate.
The training, as I understand it, is aimed at building capacities for social cohesion, including training of ambassadors, including training in specific skills and competencies such as diversity education, training in mediation, training in conflict resolution, which are very, very important skills at community and national level. We should not wait until things are blown out of control, things have gone out of control for us then to come in, parachute in from somewhere else. It's good if communities have the capacity of doing this for themselves. I know that some of our hinterland communities have cultural practices that in fact speak to mediation and conflict resolution and so on. And perhaps our more coastal and more recent communities need more in those kinds of skills. So that's, as I understand it, that's the purpose of the training that will be happening, the training of trainers who then will carry this out in their regions and communities, etc.
Minister Ali said that in the coming months, the ministry will scale up its activities while introducing new initiatives all aimed at having inclusion and fostering social cohesion for all of Guyana. This is Jasmine Payne. Thank you for joining us.